Hey guys, in the last video, I talked about Westchase, the neighborhood. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the neighborhoods that surround Westchase. We refer to it as the Westchase area. Even though Westchase is the anchor neighborhood to the 33626 zip code, there are a whole bunch of really great neighborhoods close by that you need to know about if you're thinking about moving to the area. They were brought here because people loved this particular location. So they're all different, but they all have benefits. And so it just depends on what a buyer is looking for. And usually in the zip code, we can find something for just about everybody. So I'm just going to talk about the largest neighborhoods in the Westchase area today. It's going to be a lot of information, but I'm going to break it down neighborhood by neighborhood. So I'm going to start with one of the nicest Westchase area neighborhoods. It's Treetops, and it's located just outside of the Westchase boundaries past Davidson Middle School. It is a gated neighborhood. It's all single-family homes. They are luxury-built homes, and most of them are on the lake or on conservation. They have larger lot sizes than a lot of the neighborhoods in the area. So if you're looking for a luxury executive home priced $800,000 and up, this is a great neighborhood for you. Treetops has the same public school zones that Westchase has, Westchase Elementary, Davidson Middle, and Alonzo High. It's also within walking distance to the shops and restaurants in Westchase, so it's a great option for the higher budget buyer. So next I'm going to introduce you to the neighborhoods of Mandolin Reserve and Mandolin Estates, and these are located north of Westchase off of Citrus Park Drive. Two different neighborhoods, both gated. Mandolin Reserve tends to have houses that are a little bit smaller lot sizes, a little bit smaller square footage, and the price point is a little bit more affordable. You're looking at somewhere in the mid 300s to mid 400s in Mandolin Reserve. Mandolin Estates typically has larger homes on larger lot sizes. A lot of the lots in that neighborhood are around a quarter acre in size, and one of the nicest things about it is that most of them are on conservation lots. They tend to run between $400,000 and $600,000, and Mandolin Estates and Reserves are zoned for Deer Park Elementary, Farnell Middle, and Alonzo High School. So one of the other nice things about both Mandolin neighborhoods is that it's in the middle of this whole Westchase area. You can get to Westchase really quick, and you can get to the other shops and restaurants that are closer off of Racetrack Road. So it's a really central location. It's also really close to the huge public library that's in the Westchase area. So the next neighborhood is the neighborhood of Westchester. If you're driving north on Country Way, before you hit Racetrack Road, there are three entrances to the three different villages of Westchester. If you're looking for a house that's a little bit smaller in square footage, Westchester has a lot of 1,700, 1,800, 2,000 square foot homes. Westchester homes tend to run in price around $300,000 to $450,000. They are centrally located, just like Mandolin, really close to that library and the shops and restaurants in Westchase. It's zoned for the same schools that Mandolin is: Deer Park Elementary, Farnell Middle, and Alonzo High School. A lot of people look at a lot of houses before they decide on one, so it's funny because the floor plans, I feel like I could walk through them blind a lot of times. When I do find a house that has a little bit different floor plan, it's very exciting. So the next neighborhood I'm going to talk about is my favorite in the area. And full disclosure, I am completely biased because I lived in Highland Park for 9 years before I moved to South Tampa. So I love the neighborhood. I love being able to represent the homes and the people in Highland Park. So let me tell you a little bit about that neighborhood in general. So Highland Park has a different look in homes than a lot of the other neighborhoods in the area. So very similar to West Park Village in Westchase, it has neo-traditional style homes with front porches and shutters. They were all David Weekley built homes. The ones in the main section of the neighborhood were all built by David Weekley back in the mid 2000s. So when you're driving through, it really gives you a different look than some of the other neighborhoods in Westchase. The middle section of Highland Park is what we call the cottage homes, and those have detached garages that are accessed by an alleyway. Those houses tend to be on smaller lots. One of the neatest things about the cottage series of homes is that there are several homes back in Highland Park that have apartments above the garage. The Village Series homes are in the outer circle of the neighborhood, and those have attached garages, bigger lot sizes. A lot of them have conservation view or pond view. They tend to be in the mid 3,000s to 4,000 square foot homes. So the Manor Series homes are located behind the gate in Highland Park, and they are on a little bit bigger lots, and they have beautiful views of Galt Lake. So it's a great option if you want waterfront view. The amenities in Highland Park are awesome. There's a lake house, which is the community center, which has a beautiful community pool that looks out over the lake as well. There is a fitness center there. There are meeting rooms in the community center. And there's also a really great playground and parks. They do have a social committee in Highland Park, so there's always things going on in that neighborhood. So another great Westchase area neighborhood just across Racetrack Road from Highland Park is Waterchase. Waterchase is one of the easiest neighborhoods to sell because it's beautiful and very, very well maintained. You drive into Waterchase, you go through the manned gate, and pretty much everybody falls in love. The amenities for Waterchase are right in the front of the community. There are 2 pools, one of which has a slide that the kids love. There are tennis courts, there's a fitness center, there's a playground, there's a big sports play area. It's really a wonderful, beautiful neighborhood. Within Waterchase, there are a bunch of different neighborhoods, and a lot of them have different looks to them. One of the areas with a little bit smaller single-family homes has European-style exteriors, and they almost look like little gingerbread houses, which is very different and unique for the area. There's other neighborhoods within Waterchase that have more of a Mediterranean 2-story look. As far as prices are concerned in Waterchase, for the single-family homes, you're looking to start around $400,000, and they go all the way up past $1 million. The homes there are really, really beautiful. There's some beautiful lake lots and conservation lots and all different size homes too. There are some townhouse options in Waterchase too if you need a little bit lower budget. So moving on from Waterchase, I'll take 1 minute to talk a little bit about the shops and restaurants and commercial areas that are around these neighborhoods that I'm talking about right now. Off of Racetrack Road, there's a whole bunch of shops and restaurants and bars and professional services. So just like Westchase itself has town centers, the Westchase area does have its fair share of restaurants, bars, and shops that you can walk or bike to. You can also get to the ones in Westchase really quick as well. So next I'll introduce you to the lovely neighborhood of Westwood Lakes, which is located off of 9 Eagles Road, just past Mary Bryant Elementary and Farnell Middle, which are the schools that Westwood Lakes is zoned for, along with Sickles High. One of the nicest things about Westwood Lakes is that it really incorporates the nature around it. It's not unusual to see deer whenever you're driving around Westwood Lakes. It also has a wonderful wide sidewalk if you want to bike or walk or push a stroller around. It's really a beautiful neighborhood. The houses there tend to run in price between $300,000 and $500,000. You can find everything from 1,500 square foot house to over 3,000 square foot house. One of the wonderful things about Westwood Lakes is that it is a pretty affordable neighborhood to live in because the fees are really low. There is a park in the front of the neighborhood with a playground and some great sports fields, and those are actually maintained by Hillsborough County. So if you're looking for lower monthly bills, Westwood Lakes might be the right neighborhood for you. So going farther down 9 Eagles Road, we're going to dead end into the community of the Eagles. There is a manned gate at the Eagles, and it is a very large community with a lot of different neighborhoods. It has 2 18-hole golf courses, tennis courts, and a clubhouse. Just like Westwood Lakes, it incorporates the nature of the area really, really well. I see deer there all the time, and one of my favorite days when I was showing houses in the Eagles, I actually saw an otter crossing the street, which was confusing and exciting all at the same time. The Eagles is zoned for Mary Bryant Elementary, Farnell Middle, and Sickles High. You can pretty much find whatever size home you want back in the Eagles. They have smaller homes all the way to really large homes. Prices are typically in the $300 to $600 range. Lots and lots of different options back in the Eagles. So hopefully you guys are still with me. I know this is a lot of information in a lot of neighborhoods. I just have one left and it'll be a quick one. West Hampton is a neighborhood that's a little bit separated from the rest of these areas that I've been talking about, and it's down the street on Racetrack Road. You might not even know it's back there, but don't forget it if you want the Mary Bryant Farnell Sickles School Zone, because it is zoned for those schools. It is a gated neighborhood with wonderful single family homes, and actually before you get to that gate, there are some townhouses there as well. Thank you so much for hanging in there and listening to this whole video. I know it was long with a lot of information. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the like button below. And if you have questions or comments, please comment below. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Melanie Loves Tampa Bay, if you want to hear about home trends, real estate, or just living in the Tampa Bay area. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or go to my website, MelanieLovesTampaBay.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. With love, Melanie.